Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sharks of Sunset. My name is Maria, and this channel is about wellness, lifestyle, and fitness challenges. And currently, my boyfriend and I are doing the 75 hard challenge. He's not here with me right now. He usually is. However, we are currently on day 34, I believe, of the 75 hard challenge. And I just wanted to come on here and give you a video about 10 things that I wish I knew about weight loss and the 75 hard challenge before I actually started. For reference, I did the 75 hard challenge with my boyfriend also last time, and I lost a total of 24 pounds. And things are very different this time around. When I first started last year, I was heavier and obviously had more weight to lose. However, my mindset was completely different. And this time around, things have been a little bit more challenging in different ways, and I'm here to talk about it. So let's get to the 10 things I wish I knew about 75 hard challenge or before I started my weight loss journey. And if you see me look down, it's because I have my phone here and I wrote them down for you. So let's go. The first thing I want to talk about is that when you're losing weight, if you're not in the right mindset, it's just not going to be attainable, it's not going to be enjoyable, and it's not going to be sustainable. So the first thing that you need to realize is that yes, it's eating healthy and working out and being active, but it's also 50% being in the right mindset. So in order to complete the 75 hard challenge, you need to be in the right mindset because it's going to be very challenging and you're going to have to be there mentally to push yourself to complete each task when it's really hard. It's a very strict challenge and you have to abide by the rules, otherwise you fail, according to Andy Frisell. I think this goes with any type of weight loss journey. It's like in the beginning, it's a constant battle with your own brain where you're like, oh, I really want to eat that, and your body's telling you, I need this, I want it. But you need to be there mentally to tell yourself, no, am I really that hungry, or am I getting in my own way? And I think if you can do that in the beginning, it's going to be way easier for you to talk yourself out of giving up and telling your drunk monkeys to go away. And this I learned the second time around. And I think once I realized it, it made the whole challenge easier. So number 2 would be, okay, you need to understand losing weight and the 75 hard challenge is so time consuming. Not just the working out for 45 minutes twice a day. It's not just that. It's more of like planning your meals, being aware mentally that you have to drink water, planning your workouts, getting to the gym or getting to whatever it is that you're doing. And you have to be very aware of your time, because if you haven't heard of 75 hard, you have to work out for 45 minutes twice, and one of those workouts has to be outside, and each of them has to be at least 3 hours apart. It sounds easy if you have all the time in the world, because you can just wake up, do one workout, and then wait 3 hours, whatever. But that's not the case here. My boyfriend and I are doing it together, and our schedules are very different, so planning it out has been kind of a big challenge for us. And what works best for us at the moment is waking up very early, getting our first outdoor workout out of the way, which is the hardest because you can't plan the weather, so keep that in mind. But also being aware of how much time you're going to spend at the gym, because we also go over like 15 and 20 minutes. But yeah, just being very aware of your time is important. You don't want to just wait till the very last minute. Same thing goes with water or even reading. You don't want to just rush it, because reading is so much more fun when you're actually into the book and you're not feeling rushed doing it. So that's my number 2. Number 3 is food. As the challenge says, you can choose any diet that you want, and perfect, right? But you're probably going to choose a diet that is if your goal is weight loss, you're going to choose a diet that either restricts you in one way or another. For us, we're doing a calorie deficit, but for someone who's doing keto, all these diets are going to restrict you. And if you're someone like me who is used to ordering in or eating out, I'm a big foodie. And I love a good meal, and I like going out and just being in that environment. And that's going to be really challenging. And you're still allowed to do these things, right? But maybe differently. So for example, we still go out, hang out with our friends, and go out to restaurants. We just plan our meals before we go. So we either eat before we go or we look at the menu before we go. I think it's also important to not restrict yourself fully because you want to make this as enjoyable as possible so that it becomes something that you can sustain for a longer period of time until you reach the goal that you want. Because last time we did 75 hard, what happened was that after day like 78, we got off track, obviously. We just, life got in the way, and I'm not afraid to admit that I did gain a little bit of my weight. I didn't gain all of it, but I definitely saw some weight gain, and I also didn't go to the gym as much, obviously. And not that I would want to go to the gym twice a day for the rest of my life, but it would be pretty bad. Like, there would be weeks where I didn't go. So that's something to think about. So number 4 would be to understand that this challenge is gonna isolate you from your friends and family, and even your partner if you're not doing it with them, because you're not going to be able to go to events or go have a drink, right? You're not going to be able to exactly do what they do. And some people might not understand that. So I think it's important to communicate with your friends and people that you care about and explain to them how important it is for you to actually do this. And also it's good for accountability for you to do that, so because they're going to want to respect your boundaries. Hopefully. And also, like I said earlier, remember that you can still go out, you just don't have to drink, right? You could order you could order a mocktail and you're counting calories. You can bring your own water bottle. Like, I bring my water bottle to the restaurants, and yeah, kind of a buzzkill. Kind of, but it works for me, and I still get to hang out with my friends, and I still get to have fun and not miss out on opportunities. And like I mentioned, make this as fun as possible. So yeah, make sure to communicate with your friends and family about what you're doing so that they can respect your boundaries, hopefully. And that way, this becomes a more enjoyable challenge for you. Number 5 is, and this is something to just keep in mind, that the mental toughness required for this challenge might spill into other areas of your life, such as relationship, work. You also may find yourself more focused and more disciplined than your friend, right? And you set this challenge for yourself. You cannot expect other people to have the same focus as you. You can expect them to be in the same mental energy as you, right? So yeah, there's gotta be times where your friends want to invite you over to play video games, and that's the last thing you're gonna want to do. So just keep in mind that other people around you are not gonna be at the same level as you, and that's okay. Number 6, and this is pretty obvious, the 75 hard challenge, and any time that you're trying to lose weight, when you're exercising, make sure to work your way up. And that is because the last thing you want to do is injure yourself. I can tell you from experience that there has been times during this challenge that I feel like if I pushed myself just a little bit harder, I would have injured myself. And yeah, just make sure that you work your way up and that you gradually start going up in weight or up in strength or whatever it is that you're doing just to avoid injury. Number 7, and this one's probably my favorite one because I've seen it twice since I've been doing the challenge twice. The progress that you make is not always visible. What I mean by that is that you may not see the physical weight loss right away, and you won't. It has taken me about 30 days to be able to see a difference. But also, the progress that you make mentally, you're not gonna be able to see it. You're just gonna recognize that one day you're gonna wake up and working out is not gonna be an option. It's gonna be something that you do, and it's gonna be more like, what time am I gonna work out today, instead of am I gonna work out today. You also should be focusing on the process of creating habits and building the mindset that you need in order to sustain this type of lifestyle, instead of just focusing on the results from a physical standpoint. Number 8, the challenge is not for everyone. While I do believe everyone has the capacity to do it, I don't think this is a challenge that fits everyone's needs and wants in life. Before you start this challenge, you need to assess your own goals and what the outcome is, and make sure it's an outcome that is realistic. And also ask yourself why you want to do this. If you know your why, you're gonna get into the right mindset. I guarantee it. Number 9, accountability is so much easier if you have someone doing this challenge with you, or you have someone who's on a weight loss journey with you. I have my boyfriend, And it's really cool to have someone there who understands the energy it takes to do this, the commitment and the focus that you need in order to achieve this every single day for 75 days. Maybe find a friend or a partner or someone that you can text every morning and say, hey, here's my morning check-in. And then at the end of the day, you can just text them and be like, hey, I did it. Another thing that's beneficial, I think, for everyone is to just make it public, post it online. People are going to be watching. You're going to feel that pressure, and it's going to keep you accountable. And people are going to be asking you about it all the time. And the last thing that I have for you, number 10, find a way to make this sustainable. Working out twice a day and following all these rules is not sustainable. It's not going to make you happy. Maybe there are some people that it might, but most people won't be happy by having to do these things because it's so time consuming. And I think that if you find a way after you're done with the 75 hard challenge, or after you get to the weight that you want, or whatever it is that your goal is, make a plan and tell yourself how many days you're going to work out a week. Find a meal plan that works for you, that is sustainable instead of dieting your whole life. Find a way where you can maybe eat healthy. Maybe you can eat healthy 80% of the time instead of 20% of the time. If by making this sustainable for your whole life, that ensures that you don't go back to old habits like I did. And you get that sense of control of your life. And maybe, like me, it'll help you build a healthy relationship with food. And you have to remember that, yes, this is a physical challenge, and it's very much a physical thing. But if you can keep the mental mindset, you can accomplish anything you want in life. So that was it for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, feel free to hit that like button. And if you want to follow along mine and my boyfriend's weight loss journey, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We post twice a week, and I'll see you next week.